Part 2 of the Rosehill preview. Now, we've got no Sunshine Coast form for tomorrow, but we do have our man Dicko, fresh from a win of his horse yesterday at Wyong, Rhymes in the Australian Bloodstock colours.
He'll be at Caulfield tomorrow?
He'll be at Caulfield tomorrow, hanging over the fence like he was that time they took his photo for the merger story.
Yeah.
So Dicko will be there. He'll be there with At the Profits. He'll be doing a little preview of Caulfield with he's made At the Profits, and I'm sure they'll do a review on Monday as well. They're like, they copy us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
do they show, do they?
Yeah, they do a little show. So he'll be doing a preview show for Caulfield, and he'll also be in the mounting yard tomorrow at Caulfield, sending out his tips. So
he's going to give $5 to anyone who comes and pulls him on the beard. So remember that, punters, if you're in Caulfield.
Yes.
Give him a little drag. Get a fiver.
Yeah, there you go. Dicko mounting yard tomorrow, and Glenn.
Make it more than 5. Encourage them.
Glenn, the Rosehill mounting yard will be graced with your presence tomorrow.
And keep putting out a solid set every week, and be solid again tomorrow. 9 races. Had plenty of.
That's right. It didn't matter what happened. Like finding Palthronius last week. That's well, you square straight away.
$9. Well, yeah, but like I still like to do better than that because I only found it in Collateral and I had 2 on top. But it was like Salerno. It's a day where you can't find some winners. That track, you just can't find them.
I know.
Doesn't matter.
I know. But the point is,
it's good to see Ty England doing me a big favour down the outside. That's the first one he's done in 12 months. Thanks that time.
Hey, Raphael, tonight, ginger beer. Whatever time. All right, good on you. He's got a job now.
Great. See you, man.
Good work, mate.
Good luck.
Yeah. See you, Raphael.
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh, he's brewed his own ginger beer.
Oh, and it's alcoholic, is it?
I think so.
What, and you just pop over there and have a beer with him?
No, he's going to bring some over.
Oh, okay.
What is it with this? How do you know every person in Smithville? This is the weirdest area. I live to people next to tennis. I don't even say hello to them. It's like, oh fuck, there you go.
Yeah, well, you don't like furniture, so you don't like people. You know, it's like they clutter the place.
But what do you talk about? Ginger fucking beer? Gives a fuck. Go buy one at the pub, a Bundaberg one at the garage.
Right.
Okay. So they say, can you mind my garbage? I go, no.
Can you mind my garbage?
Can you fucking do something?
No. Is that the kind of job offers you're getting?
Pays plenty. You should see them in the 6 a.m. around here, Glenn. You see the garbage truck trying to get through these streets?
Well, that'd just be torture. Anyway, let's get to this race.
Do a great job. Yeah, right. The
1200 metre mare race.
The fillies and mares, the apples and pears. Memes is $4.50 in favourite.
Who's sick of her?
$5 upscale, $5.50 Fickle Folly at $1,200. $8.50 in fact Heady Heights. $11 Pioneering. $12 Nudie Rudy. $13 Magic Alibi.
Bit of a race here with Gun on Fickle Folly with Kathy off and a horse that goes forward. Then Huey on an upscale who belied its bad Betfair drift last start to get beaten 0.1 by 0.1. But what I mean, it still got beaten, so Betfair was right again. But like it got to 660 there at one stage on the fair, and you thought it was going to get distance.
Does it race OSL again here? Fickle Folly leading and Memes trailing.
Yeah, I think Fickle Folly leads, Memes trails, upscale works cross over. That's what I'm saying. It's interesting. I'm not tipping either of them, but I'm just be interesting Huey looking at Gun. I'm excited.
Pioneering has to go back. Nudie Rudy holds her spot. Don't Babylon has got some speed, but will be posted here.
Guys, the horse I was hoping would get the right run, 3 back, 2 out, and get some cover as Heady Heights. A great mare.
So what did you make of its first up run last time when it was unwanted?
Well, I think it got beaten 2 lengths. It got beaten by D9L. Yuma Desert ran 3rd. I see Nudie Rudy ran 2nd that race. I just like the style of this stable. First up, like horse raced over a mile last start, 1200s, had the 2 leading trials. I've liked the look of the trials. I think it's a talented little mare.
You still haven't met my point. What's the story with the first up run when
I said it got beaten 2 lengths.
Yeah, but it was never in the race, was it, Gord? Remember? It was never in the race. It was completely unwanted, and it was the same setup as this time.
Yeah,
I don't think it's as disappointing as you make up.
Oh, well, I was disappointed because I thought exactly what you thought.
Last preparation.
Yeah, I came up with that exact same analysis.
And I've come up with it again this time.
So are you going to counter it then? What are you going to say about that first up run last time?
Well, it's just one run.
You're saying it's one run. It's got beaten 2 lengths. I'm not saying much.
Yeah, but there was no interest. If there was interest,
I don't care about the market.
All right.
So
okay. Well, maybe that's the key. Maybe the key was there was no interest, and if we see interest tomorrow, that's a change.
A good tick. Okay.
Well, it's a mounting yard male horse for starters. So
yeah, it is a mounting yard male horse, of course.
To beat Upscale, I liked the fight in the dog last start, and Nudie Rudy, another horse I want to have a look at. It's 35 days off, and it's sort of drawn underneath him. I know Fickle Folly's Cathy off to Brenton, but I just don't.
Hasn't got any substance, has it?
It's a country horse, but it could win, I suppose.
So if Memes tracks this, it's just like it's got Fickle Folly covered.
It has, and it can't win the race, can it?
Well, it is weird. I backed Petrosian to beat Fickle Folly. I backed Surplus to beat Fickle Folly when it was sold in the market, and I don't know why I'm sort of half finding it here.
Okay, so what's the case? It is a deep race. It's perhaps a fertile race, the Surplus race. Very good figures in the race. Yeah. Certainly, Magic Alibi was in a very awkward spot. And Glyn on tomorrow. Can you entertain her, or is it Gerald Ryan second up? You can't do it.
You're talking to me or Gord?
I'm talking to either of you.
About Magic Alibi?
Yes.
Beaten too far, 5 lengths.
All right, what about the wild card, the Gerald Ryan fresh horse? She didn't get a lot of opportunity last preparation, and he stupidly ran her in a mile at the end as well. She's got a dazzling turn of foot.
Yeah.
And she doesn't often get the chance to show it. She's had, what, 14 starts? Well, the first 4 of them were for Stephen Hill.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's got some sort of a chance. I think it's well found in the market already, but isn't it?
$21.
What?
That's okay.
Marrakeda's $21.
Marrakeda's $21.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, well, I'm interested in that price. The 2 out on top were Heady Heights and Fickle Folly.
Okay.
It's a confusing race.
Yeah. My numbers were 3, 2, 5, 12. You know, and we've just
going mare on fire.
I've confused everyone.
What did you say? 3? Who's 3?
Memes.
Fuck, it's Ramwick.
Yeah, but like it said, so it had blinkers on the last start before spelling. Tell me a thing it's done wrong since then.
Yeah.
It's had too many PRs. I know it makes so much.
It's a last start. Like, have we actually got a last start winner in this race other than that?
I'm sort of just going. It's gonna hit a couple of horses here that are better than it's come up against.
All right. Okay. That's the theory.
Let's get to race 7 before we fucking go mad here.
Well, I'm here to wreck your head. That's the whole thing. Yeah. Right. The feature, the Civic Stakes.
Now, Monster, just quickly, won by 5.8 lengths last start. Did everything right. Blah blah blah. 150. How come Josh Adams isn't riding tomorrow? Do anyone know?
Don't know. Maybe he. I don't know. But, the punters that backed Our Girl Holly are perhaps pleased he isn't.
Well, I bet up on it. How didn't it win?
Because you were betting against Glyn. Good Glyn.
Good Glyn slid across because Paul King had to take cover because that's what they did, and when it jumped clearly in front, he spent 700 metres pulling it back to try and get cover. Glyn should never got across. The pace should have been Bacasia. From that, Our Girl Holly's closer, wins by 2 lengths. Bloody racing.
And Josh Adams doesn't raise the ire of punters. Okay, the Civic Stakes, $3.90 in favourite, Glyn, Sir Bacchus. $7.50, Gold Symphony. $8, Shiraz. $9, DK Weir again, Talopia. $9, Invincible Knight. $11, Extensible. $11, Girl Sunday. This is a bit of a field, isn't it? $12, The Monster. Oh, sorry, did I miss $8 Shiraz? I may have.
No, you didn't.
$15 Centre Pivot. We'll finally see him tomorrow. Next best, 21 Slightly Sweet, who was an amazing run last start. Look, either the Monster leads and Girl Sunday sits outside, or Girl Sunday actually takes it up and the Monster takes the trail. But the two of them will be like miles ahead of the rest.
Will they be going hammer and tong or just clickety-clack?
Oh, I just think, they're experienced horses. They're not going to go stupid. Clickety-clack. So I don't think it's mad pace. But they're certainly, they've got favours. They've got they'll look after themselves up front. Maybe Shiraz sits just off them.
Don't you, when you do the form of this race and you go through every horse, one thing stands out? Gold Symphony, Stradbroke handicap last start.
Down the outside. What about its city runs? Like it beat Girl Sunday. Girl Sunday was 6-4 and Gold Symphony was 8-1 at Warwick Farm. And then his other winners at Canberra. It's like he's cheated.
Well, I don't know if the national sprints are cheated. He beat Happy Clapper and Handfast. I do know
Happy
a bit about
Clapper. Tell everyone about Happy Clapper in the national sprint, Gord.
No,
I'd
only just forgotten about that.
Then it's run to Saturday race at Scone. It
yeah.
ran third to Clearly Innocent and Snoopy. They seem city.
Yeah, so Bacchus was back on the inside T-Berry, starting half its price.
All right.
Been to Rosehill
It's the way I looked at the race.
I really like this Gold Symphony. You already
Yeah.
taught me out of it, Marcus. I thought
I
thought it started off as A. I thought it was the one for A. Sir Bacchus has all of a sudden found a little bit of
Time off.
a little bit of chink in it. Not chasing through the line like it used to.
It drew barrier 1 the other day. I think barrier 7 is perfect draw.
Yeah, I'll tip in a second. To beat 8. I acknowledge what you said about Jason's horse being a huge run last start, slightly sweet. I think it sits back 5 off him on the inside, but if it gets a run slightly sweet with Jess Taylor, I think it can poke its head and be in the finish. And the Girl Sunday, if it's outside lead and it's $11 tomorrow, you have to be on it.
Yeah, it finally gets the distance that it favours the most.
Yeah.
Gordo.
I'm very keen to bet in the race. What I did was I was against the Kadiro Royal Tudor form, so the two things that stamp themselves outside that to me is number 2 Gold Symphony, which I'm very keen to back, and number 4 Centre Pivot, fresh and really like the trials. They're the two I'll definitely be backing. Last I thought half found Sir Bacchus last start, and for some reason or other I've gone against it here, but I admit it's still got a chance.
Yeah, well, look, there's a few ways you can look at that that lead up at Rosehill. Was it 4 weeks ago? It was on a dry track. The Royal Tudor race. Slightly Sweet was way too big a run.
Yeah.
Way too big a run. Old North has come out and tailed the field.
Yeah.
Is that a complete pox on that race? I ummed and ahed and said, well, it's at Rosehill. It's pretty much the same track and distance. I can't be that bold.
Okay.
The other thing is, look. I think both the Monster and Girl Sunday will run really well. They're just putting themselves in the race. And you haven't mentioned your horse, Gord, Shiraz, who was trying to resume at the 1400 2 starts back.
Yeah.
And now he's third up in this race, T. Clark.
Look, third up after the trip away, and the trip away was at Ipswich. It wasn't the Stradbroke.
The race is not finished yet. Extensible is at her pet distance, with Gun on board and Invincible Knight. Well, he won. He was very good, Huey, the other day, but he's lightly raced lurker here. Well, not that lightly raced, but I mean, he's a lurker here. I think it's quite a full race and a great race. I'm excited by watching the Civic Stakes tomorrow.
I can't wait to bet in it.
The Penultimate.
One of my first great memories of a race is the Civic Stakes in the 80 or 81, and a horse had 3 1s next to its name, and it was 4-1. And I backed it. Ray Guy Trent, it won. It was so exciting. I think
Do you remember the horse's name?
$200 to 50 or something. Gosh, it was exciting.
Oh, it is so exciting. So thrilling, isn't it?
It was so thrilling. Can't remember. I couldn't believe it was 4-1. Had like 4 1s next to its name. I thought they just don't know. And then it won, so I knew they didn't know.
So, what would you be saying now?
It's like 19 and just.
You'd be saying, "Oh, look at this memes. It's got 1 1 2 1 1 1. Is it a 1 1 3 1 1?" And you'd be going, "Oh, it's got none."
It's just amazing how you just change and you turn your body inside out. Oh.
All right, okay. The Penultimate Surplus $2.25. Calander is $6. Prince Famous, his stablemate, is 10. Top Striker is 10. King Darcy, $12.
What happens to my King Darcy?
$17 Oxford Poet, who ran so well first up last time. $17 I Am Gypsy, South Australian, picked up by Matty Dale, and 26-1 Bar. Looks keen. You've got Highly Geared, you've got I Am Gypsy, you've got Prince Famous, and you've got Oxford Poet. So Surplus gets his stalk again, doesn't he?
Looks to get a great setup again for Surplus tomorrow. Dynamic win first up.
Track and distance.
Abdullah to get one back on Bowman. Tipping it on top, guys. Just the price, you know. I could take 260, 270. I don't know if I could take evens.
So therefore it's an odds-on chance. If you can take 260.
Can't be an odds-on chance.
Wow, because that just confused me then too, because like horses that win like it won last start, I just so want to back next start. Pretty much whatever the price.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit icky about taking too short. If Glenn says 260, I'll probably take $1.80.
Oh, you won't. Look, it's the top pick. Calander, good horse, second pick, and I thought King Darcy sets up well. My numbers for the quaddy players are 10, 11, 12. Very exciting.
And the other runners, well, I mentioned Oxford Poet, who was so heavily fancied first up against in the Dalchiel 1000 at Warwick Farm last time.
Yeah. And something bad about any of Mark's horses?
No, they'll be highly fancied here again. Although a harder race to win. Prince Famous trialled over the 1050 quite well the other day, and 1100 at Rosehill is his go-to. Huey. Looks competitive. Top Striker.
Seems well found to me in the race, Top Striker.
Well, he developed a reputation last preparation as a very honest horse. And amazingly, he started out his career at basically 1400 before they worked out that he was a 1,000-metre horse.
Yeah.
Calander, I had a second think about Calander. I went, okay, so you won on that Wednesday/Easter Monday at Canterbury, and you won the restricted sales English race beating Genito, and I'm going, well, actually, where is your Saturday run? Your Saturday run is getting beaten by Potline. Am I being too harsh?
No, I'm not interested at all, and it's taken up a massive percentage of the
9
market.
starts, 3 wins. It's a lot. The race 3-year-old from a great stable, finds a great rider.
Yeah.
Gone well.
Yeah. Anyway, hard to beat number 10 here, and horse of interest for me is 12 King Darcy, irrespective of Courtney.
And horse of interest to me is number 12 King Darcy as well.
12, my third number, and Courtney. Loving the 3 kilos off. She's coming off the Salerno win. Where all the planets
She's claiming 1 here, Glenn. She's claiming 1.
Oh, is she?
She was at 52, does she?
Oh, you guys are worried about that, eh? You're worried about the 2 kilos?
I like when you get 3 off.
Yeah, well, you want everything I can get when she's riding a horse.
Her limit's 52.
This is why you need to get ratings to win.
Okay.
Because ratings to win actually has exactly the weight the horse is going to carry. If you're interested in weights, it has exactly the weight the horse is going to carry in its form guide, in all its information. It's got all those things ticked
off. It does all.
No, it tells me that Courtney van der Werf is claiming 1 kilo on this horse. Right. It's telling me that the weight change on this horse, if you're interested in weights, is
down 6 kilos. Or
yeah, it's whatever it is.
Down 4 kilos from last time. Is that what's saying?
King Darcy -4. So look, ratings to win. It just covers absolutely everything you could ever want to cover.
Wow.
That's because Paul is a man who likes to dot his I's and cross his T's.
I should get it for half price. Does it tell you whether you're going to have a large or a regular coffee when you leave this show in 10 minutes?
It does indeed. Now the nightcap. $3.10 cars off.
Wow.
$6.50 reneged. $7.50 pick me up. $13 Magical Stance, $13 Obsidian, $13 Speed Hero, $14 Kingsguard with the blinkers off, winkers on, $15 King Viv, there's another war horse. And that's pretty much it for the horses in the betting. It's, what have we got, 17 to go around at the moment?
Yeah, and a full field, and we've got a favourite here, which like I've got in my numbers, and it's drawn awkwardly, it doesn't set up well, it's coming back 300 metres. It's a pit pony, so, you know, 59.5, it's a tiny little horse. It'll want to be good to win.
And there's not a lot happening here in terms of speed. It's Kingsguard gets control tomorrow, Gord. Does that interest you at all?
No, it's
It does me.
It's I've given up on it.
Let's Sea Wreath off, Kay Jennings on, I like that.
Yeah, that.
What Kay Jennings better than Sea Wreath now?
Well, Christian's just got a little bad karma about him at times.
Is there such a thing as karma? Like, honestly, what is bad karma?
I'm using that to describe bad Sea Wreath. Does that make sense? You know, all jockeys are good and bad in certain circumstances.
Yeah, okay.
All tipsters are good and bad in certain circumstances.
He was there with a bucket. I had no money. I'm broke. I said, mate, there's $5. And as I walked past, I heard him say something, and I turned around, and he said, "That will bring you good karma." And because I turned around, I kicked my toe on the seat on Coogee Bay Road. It's not fucking funny.
That's fucking good.
I had thongs on, and I lost half my toenail. He said, "You'll get good karma." I went, "Oh, thanks, mate." Bang. So don't even fucking talk about good and bad karma. It's just like, it's all mystery, ooga booga stuff. It's just
All right,
rubbish.
but who puts themselves into the race here? Maybe Karsov does.
From that barrier?
Look, 1500, you're starting from the end of the end of the back straight, right? So it's the longest run of the first turn. It's a perfect distance to draw wide.
But has it shown that sort of pace?
Well, maybe it's got the class that suggests
Two
that
runs
it's got
ago,
that
it says a mile at Warwick Farm, got back long last, tracked into race.
All
And
right.
you're saying it's going to go forward over the 1500?
I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that it could do. I'm actually
is Kingsguard
saying that Magical Stance goes forward in this race. He
Okay.
has got, now he's third up off a decent spell. Remember what he looked at like first up, Glenn?
Yeah.
Like a draft horse
When he was first up,
at Randwick.
I wasn't there that day, you remember?
Actually, you weren't. That's right.
I
But
don't remember.
Craig, another good man from the Manning Yard, made mention of the fact that Magical Stance didn't quite look ready to race. Anyway, he's third up. He's running a very, very competitive race won by Leo Pari on this course 2 weeks ago, and he's just going to put himself in the race from that draw.
Well, then he's got an undeniably good chance.
Yeah. Whereas
What price?
Karsov, he's $13.
Wow. And he might be all of that tomorrow.
And the other horse that can go forward is Pick Me Up. Now, Hieronymus went back at the 1350 from the wide gate the other day, but I'd say Rory Hutchings is a rider that will fly under the radar. He's a very good rider, Glenn.
Oh, I
watched him get legged up on at Warwick Farm in race 1 on that Perry horse that he got to run fifth.
When he came over, he had that stink. He could be Lee Roach, he could be Lee McGorian, and he's not.
No, he's a very good rider. Anyway, Pick Me Up, who they took, what was the last price they took it a fortnight back?
4.6 or something?
Yeah. So he's $7.50 in this race and probably shouldn't be.
What, shorter?
I think he should be shorter.
Okay, so if you're saying that about one and you're saying that about...
Well, where are the other
so you're
chances?
saying Karsov's 5-1?
Yeah.
I'm saying there's only 2 chances in the race.
Well, it's not.
That's 6 Pick Me Up and 7 Karsov. 7 Karsov, I don't like the weird stuff they're doing with the distance, etc., but it might be the best horse in the race, and Pick Me Up is a perfect setup. I think this is another case where you can back Pick Me Up today and Karsov tomorrow.
Yeah. My numbers were 7 from 6, but I didn't see it that way. More I thought about it.
Okay, but well, what else is in the race? Because it's the last race. People need to know what are the chances in this race. And I thought yes 1, no 2. I didn't like Obsidian being second up with the Glyn to the Apprentice going inside.
No
now,
3.
Reneged, yeah, forget 3. But Reneged, I only twigged to the fact that this horse needs a soft track. Last start, when they backed him off the map, he sat 3 deep throughout. I know that was the bias lane.
So he's got to be a chance tomorrow, 4th up, coming off a win with Ty.
Yeah, but where's his Saturday form? Like I keep on getting in trouble. You say, oh, it's not a Saturday horse, and the minute I mention a midweeker, you go, you're silent. Is he a Saturday horse, Reneged?
Yes.
Okay, all right, that answers that question. He does have a chance, but I think he was slightly flattered by the very wet ground the other
So
day.
you're going no
and the
Bring
bias.
Luck.
No Bring Luck.
Pick Me Up's got a chance.
We've spoken about them.
Cars
but-
off chance.
Yeah,
Kingsguard gets a lead. It's a Saturday horse.
Yeah, it's got to be some sort of chance.
Got
No Star
Star
Wars.
Wars gone to God.
King Viv,
Trial since, short break.
last up win at Hawkesbury is a definite negative. Anything that runs at Hawkesbury at their
so we're
last
saying
start is
no.
a definite negative.
Speed Hero doesn't usually win much.
No.
Racing King tomorrow
And she's coming back from the same race as Karsov.
needs a PR. Would you agree with that? And the pace right.
Yeah.
Dream Lane goes round and round. Dream Lane's like the Saturday Radical Impact.
Yeah, I
Are
know.
you two just going to try and head fuck each other the whole show?
No, we're just talking about we're getting deep and dirty into this last race.
And 15 down, no
because
hopes.
people will want it.
15 down, no hopes. Is that right?
Okay.
14 down.
In your quaddy, put 6 and 17 and you'll have the winner.
Well, I don't think you can leave out Magical Stance with what Mark says.
Okay, that's the last. All right, God.
Bet of the day is Hulalai in the first, and my each way bet, my long shot, is Chidana.
Shadana.
In the
What are you
highway.
tipping best?
Or-
Wheelalai?
No.
I'm just saying Gorb tipped Hulalai. It's a joke, huh? Fucking idiot. No one gets jokes anymore. See, that's what's wrong with this country.
Well, when you're focusing, you don't pick up on jokes, do you?
I always tell jokes.
And you were really thinking about what you're going to make.
Look what it's got me. I've made, people happy with my jokes, and I'm sitting here poor, no income. All the jockeys have just garroted my life.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, we nearly got away with the show without you saying that.
What did Ty earn last that weekend? $10,000?
Oh, I can't believe you haven't mentioned the fact that the jockey that most recently died was a
girl.
female.
Gus Philpott's wife.
Yeah, I saw that. That's sad. I tell you, the girls at the deck, they die.
Didn't Gus Philpott ride Fine Cotton?
I think he did. Yeah,
There you go. That's a great piece of
Very
trivia
sad,
there.
eh? What about what a beautiful woman, eh? 60 years of age, still in racing, still pushing them around on the track.
Oh, no, isn't that fantastic?
It is fantastic. When the girls hit the ground, they die. I don't know what is. The boys fall better.
Okay, Glenn, what's your tip for the
Put 7
day?
girls into a rugby scrum against the New Zealand pack. See how they go. You reckon even would die if the boys run straight over the top of them? They fucking would.
I don't know whether I'm going with that example.
I did tip the girls 2 years ago.
I know.
Keep happening. It won't be addressed because it's politically incorrect. I'm going to say it here.
Yeah.
They should be barred from racing, except for Linda Meach.
Glenn, what are you tipping?
She's like a
H. Bowman for the Jockeys Challenge.
No, I don't want to do anything like that. I better just find a little dicky bird while you just talk a bit more, Mark. Talk about some products or something.
Oh, who have you made yours?
I like Walk the Streets. That's my that's.
I think you made a really great argument for it, Marcus.
Yeah, that's the trouble. I do construct really good arguments, and I found that the most winners I ever tipped was when I was like 19, and we'd get to Gosford. And we go to the office and we pick up the sheets of acceptances and we just look at the page.
How great a day are they? The acceptance for Saturday, and you'd be in the car with Ploppy, and we just go, oh, that'll win, this'll win, that'll win, this'll win. You tip 6 horses and 5 would win on Saturday. How easy was life? And then we became experts.
That's right. Then we became experts. That's a good way to sign off the show. So
I'm tipping Sir Plush will win tomorrow. Short and sweet. I'd take 250.
he's negotiated downwards. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back on Monday with The Rant.
See you guys.